Hey everybody, Chrissy here, and I am excited to share with you some new Gina K collections created for ThermOWeb, and they are perfect for the holidays. So here's a few that I die cut and stamped off camera, and I used the sparkling silver for foil, but we're kind of going to assemble that one, and then we're going to make a card from scratch as well. So this is how I created the background. Both the cards have a similar background. I used the Deco foil transfer gel along with the stencil. Now the stencil is not made for Christmas, it's just a bunch of stars, but I kind of felt like it would go pretty well for the holidays. So I just put a light layer of the transfer gel on it. I made sure to secure the paper to the stencil with the purple tape, and then I just peeled it off and set it aside. It takes about an hour to dry, depending on where you are. If it's really humid, it might take a little bit longer, but for me, it's usually about an hour. And then I went and I started after this was dry, I started cutting the foil because I'm going to foil those panels. So I'm going to use the Brilliant Blue, which is this one, and then I have the Red Velvet. So you can see I just put the foil on there and then put it on a piece of cardstock and parchment paper, and then it gets run through my laminator. So again, off camera, I stamped Holly Jolly on that vellum. Now I did use a Staz on ink. Other inks might smear a little bit on vellum. The Staz on seems to work really well, so I did that too. I'm just adhering with 3D foam, and then that I'm just using my normal memory runner. It does not show through on the vellum, so I'm just going to kind of organize it, deciding how I want it. And I should mention that that might look like I colored it in. I did not. I stamped all of that. So that's what's so great about the Stampn' Foil collections is there are stamps, there's the foil that kind of coordinates with it all, and then you have your toner sheets. Everything goes together, and dies. I didn't even mention those. So everything goes together, and it makes it really easy. Your cards or your projects pull together seriously in a flash. You can see here, this one we're doing from scratch, along with assembling another one, is going to take you under 10 minutes. So I just showed how I die cut that circle. I used the stitch die, and again, I did that off camera. Figured you didn't need to see me die cut it. So now I'm showing you how to use the Stampn' Foil system. So I just kind of cut out one of these snowflakes, and I am just going to go ahead and I'm going to ink up the stamp, and I'm going to align it together. So I'm using a couple different Gina K inks here. I'm using Blue Raspberry and Ocean Mist, and on the other one, I use Red Velvet, Red Hot, Grass Green, and Wild Dandelion. So for this one, I'm only using a few different inks, but we're going to get completely different looks here between the foil in the background, the inks, and then the sparkling silver foil in the snowflakes that we're going to add. So you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and add the foil on it that goes in the parchment paper and run it through the laminator. Make sure your laminator is nice and hot. You should only need to run it through once. You peel it off and you get this awesome foiled image along with what you stamped. And already we're ready to assemble the background and assemble the card basically. So that was my foiled background, similar to the other one. This is the blue one. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add that happy holidays sentiment on there. Once you die cut, or you can fussy cut your snowflakes, whatever you want to do. And now you can just go ahead and add those on too. I'm just using 3D foam. I wanted my snowflakes to pop out a little bit just because that background is a little busy. I felt like if I just left them as the one layer, they'd get kind of lost. But because they're popping out with my 3D foam, you can see them nice and easy. And that is it. Super easy peasy to do. When you use the Stampn' Foil, like I said, everything goes nice and fast. So thank you so much for stopping by today, and make sure to like us on Facebook. And if you create anything, #ThermOWeb. Have a great day. Bye.